Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have the Maryland Campaign Server 2 battle. Our first map here is the Piper Farm. You're seeing an overview of that map right now, followed up by the Nicodemus Hill, a fair and balanced map. So, two very different maps, one very open, one not so much. Thank you to our patrons for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video in the description and you can get behind the scenes videos and videos before everyone else and help the channel grow. Our teams for today: on the Confederate side we have Hood's Division, 2nd Corps and I Corps, and on the Union side we have Sussy Brigade, Western Brigade, and Laurel's Brigade. With that being said, I hope you enjoy. And here we are live on the battlefield here. A glorious Maryland campaign. Tonight, we got a lot of people announcing with us tonight for the first time. Glad to have them. First, we got Star.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Starr of the Fighting 5th Virginia.
We also got Masick.
Hello.
And then we also got Tyler.
Hello.
So, glad to have you all here. A glorious night tonight. Union pushing down this right side here, 5th NC. And 1st Maryland. This is quite fascinating. I mean, no one's using cover. It's not like you have much cover on a stone wall. It's just, it's kind of fascinating to look at this.
This is the strategy I've seen the Union take the last few times I've seen them play this map. So, and the CSA was smart enough to bring people over to kind of combat that early on. We're just gonna have to see who wins it out here. It's looking like the CSA's got the stronger position though with the cover they have.
But they're also outnumbered as well.
Yeah, they're a lot more scrunched up as well. You have a couple Union groups going the more traditional route. But you all are CSA players. What is a CSA strategy to win Piper Farm?
Now more nowadays, you want to take a strong defense here on the left, just as the CSA have done, with some skirmishers kind of among the caissons, just as HD have done here. And then, of course, your defense along this stone wall right by the hay bales. And just a solid line, and just kind of beat the Union back every which way they try to advance, like they have done. See, the Union falling back now, or at least an element of them.
Indeed. And yeah.
Look at that flag bearer.
I was just agreeing with you.
I was just gonna say, looking at our CSA defense positions, kind of shouted out by Star already. You have some HD guys, some 2nd Corps guys holding on the far left side. We've seen them engage this whole time. You have Walker's division shifting over. Actually, it's Anderson's brigade. I see one Walker's division tag and focus on that. You got HD here skirming up on the caissons, 5th Florida. Standing back here, and some Union is actually pushed up into the orchard. 1st Delaware, very aggressive forward, and then behind you have, I think, you got 59NY and WB. Western
A very
Brigade.
aggressive Union approach, turning the flank of the CSA on the CSA right side here. And this is something you see them do a lot of the time. You see them come up on the far CSA right and just kind of overwhelm this whatever CSA artillery may be in operation. And it really puts a lot of stress and a lot of weight on the CSA that are holed up behind the stone wall here to hold off the Union defense.
Looks like majority of the CSA on the left fell back a little bit.
Yeah, they have indeed. They're keeping a lot of guys over here. Maybe they still think there's a decent Union force over here, but a couple of those Union groups have shifted over to this stone wall here on the left side. Part of Sussy here. Looks like they're moving up to reinforce their friendlies.
Oh,
Union's
they're
charging.
Oh, jeez. Oh, dude, the CSA flank is crumbling.
Yep,
And if with the Maryland campaign not having the steam shed, if the other units don't recognize that, then they're going to be in trouble.
you also have Zapstar and Doug coming in to support that in the center as well.
Yeah,
But you have some people.
yeah, CSA shifting over here. They're very piecemeal, though, very spread out. One man with his artillery sponge. Maybe he'll change the battle. Never mind, he's running away.
And what we're seeing here is a large portion of the CSA team facing off against what is really a force they they think might be larger than it actually is from the Union. And these CSA numbers could be much better used elsewhere.
Oh, there
Indeed.
goes HD on the left.
They're shifting back
Going
over.
move. Yep.
Speaking of numbers, quickly, we got about 210-man server, perfectly balanced, 1 man off. But I wonder if the Union will cap point.
Union's pushing up on the far left as well. That's a brilliant move because then you gotta hold the CSA that's on the far left to go face them as well. Can't go support the center.
Now this is 2 different CSA units that would be facing off against them. So if HD and 2nd Corps, or the 6LA at least, hold their ground here, then they're going to be just shooting it out with them.
And Union starting to cap point here. They want to force CSA to move out of these positions and force an engagement.
The USA is taking control of the hay bales, and I'm not sure that the CSA players are aware of this.
Looks like
you see units like the 5th Virginia here, my boys with their backs to the hay bales, just just open to free fire from the Union.
You also got WB and Zapstar starting to face the CSA main spawn, facing who's that? AB?
A lot of 1st Corps, yeah. And to get bottlenecked in your own spawn on a map like this is just a death sentence. They're going to have to figure out a way to break out of it. And
also,
again, just a large portion of the CSA team is fighting it out here on the left. Meanwhile, there's much bigger issues on the right.
and the Union also has the ticket advantage as well.
You think, though, if the CSA kind of start pulling out of the left, these Union forces on the Union right, CSA left could push forward and then charge out their artillery there. So, I mean, Union's played this pretty dang well so far.
Right, and with that in mind, the CSA is kind of stuck, because if they do fall back on the left side, then they lose any element of artillery.
They'll also be
the artillery on the right side has already been overtaken.
They'll also be starting to shoot at the guys behind the caissons in the center.
Right.
Zapstar is pushing his guys a little back. These Union forces that are holding in the orchard are using the crest of the hill as cover.
Alright, is that yeah, we're gonna push out of bounds for a moment to the haystack.
I mean, yeah, it's smart play. Utilize your defilade, natural cover from the enemy. And as long as they're moving up there and getting their shots off quickly, they're not going to take too many casualties in doing this.
Indeed. Keeping the flag safe, that's what you have to do. Oh, here they go. Are they going to volley or are they charging? I kind of can't tell. Oh, never mind. They're going back the other way.
Oh, but it
All
looks
that
like the
build-up.
CSA is shifting towards the center.
Oh, you see a portion of the CSA is charging out the Union on the left.
That's good. They got to be aggressive, wipe up that group, and maybe send some more guys to the right.
Yeah, if the CSA want any chance of getting out of this, they got to win on one of these flanks and then push some of their men to the other side.
And it looks like they are doing that on the left.
Yeah, it looks like against the odds there initially, at least.
Because that'll at least free up that group, the CSA group that's behind the caissons, HD. At least free them up to go support the right.
And Maryland campaign doesn't use a Steam chat, correct?
No, they don't.
Nope.
So none of these units on the field, apart from physical runners, have any idea or have any way of knowing what's going on the other side of the field.
Now that charge on the left actually sort of balanced out the ticket difference, which is
did.
really good.
It did. It's very close, but ultimately for the defenders, that's not going to do it.
Yep, and you can see the Union on the right starting to fall back to that stone wall, which is not a bad play.
And the CSA here in the center on the stone wall here has taken up an excellent defensive position. I think they got the USA rolled up and kind of punched him in the mouth, but they've since recovered and they're starting to put up a good defense.
Yeah, the Union and the Orchard, and they're kind of shooting at the CSA. Kind of hard shots as their officers are trying to figure out something here.
Because we can pull back and leave Western Brigade up on this hill to shoot them in the side. We'll shoot them from the front, and then we just keep their arty off. We'll get them.
Right now, the CSA in the center should push those guys, the Union in the Peach Orchard, because half of their team is still at their main spawn. We also got a group of them heading to the far left, trying to get their flag. But if you see on the far left, Hood's division and 6LA is still on their flag.
No, they're not getting that thing back. No way.
No. And yep, that's
Texan's gonna give it a shot though. Let's see if he has what it takes. Oh no, he saw them shit his pants. Oh! He saw them shit a brick, turn around and got shot.
Indeed.
Poor man.
I heard some officers from the Union talking. They might be capping when CSA hits engaged. I heard Red say it, but then I didn't hear the response. If they were or not, but we'll see in a minute or two.
I mean, at this point, the more time the Union burns in their attack, the greater favor goes to the defenders. So,
and with the WB on the far right, I think he should probably fall back. He's kind of overextended himself.
he is. He's operating on a shoestring, but in that, there's not really a push from the CSA here. He's out there getting shot, but he's not in any direct danger of getting wiped. But he is gonna sink away some tickets if he's not careful.
These Union respawns are trying to push down that right side again. CSA left, LB. They're just kind of shooting, but they do not have the manpower to get that back. Some Union guys pushing back up into the orchard. CSA hitting engaged.
Let's see what they have planned.
You also see that Union shifted more towards in front of the point in the center.
Here they go.
Well,
Yeah, they're going in. Let's see if the CSA can hold it.
So is Union just going to hold on the point, or are they going to try to charge this out?
These units who aren't behind the stone wall, namely my unit, need to be careful. Don't get wiped, boys, please. Not while I'm commentating.
Yeah, Union trying to charge, but when you have two of your regiments sitting back and CSA have a firm hold, it's going to be kind of difficult. Still kind of close here. Union going through the hay bales now. I think this is fifth floor
Yeah, but
guys
the
coming up.
CSAs still have a strong hold on the situation.
there goes the group in the center. Major Red pushing up now.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
think-
too little too late, but it might make the difference here if the CSA doesn't see them coming in.
I think Zapstar got. Oh, there he goes.
Right to the corner. Fire will. Hold here. Fire will. Fire will.
Oh, he's going to stop short and fire. Interesting.
I don't like
interesting. Let's
that.
see if
I
it
don't
pays
like
off.
that.
Charge you guys out to the
It's going to give the CSA time to react, and if he just charged straight over and got into a melee, it might have made a difference, but it's going to stunt the Union offensive there.
Also, that charge in the center has a long tail. It's not very.
It does.
Oh.
He still has guys coming in, doesn't he?
Yeah. One of our artillery rounds from Fuse was way too long, even though it killed one
Yeah,
person.
The shot went through someone and then exploded and killed someone else. Very funny. Union cap. They're down a little.
It
Sorry.
looked like it bounced off the hay and then actually went back towards the Union spawn. That artillery round.
So Union cap stopping that clock.
6 Louisiana's coming right over the center here.
Yeah, I
That's
don't.
good.
CSA needs to
Oh,
be
they're
aggressive.
getting
and-
right into a huge Union group, though.
Oh,
Be careful, boys.
oh, they're holding still. Oh nope, they're falling back.
They're gonna use that death blade where that flag is
Reload definitely.
Yeah,
that
but they're at
center.
a very forward position there. Very easy to turn the flank on that.
And the rest of the CSA moving up to cap. 6LA distracting. Exactly what the CSA needs to do.
No, it was
Oh
a good
yeah,
call.
be aggressive because if they recap, they get their tickets back as well.
I should also point out, though, that they have completely abandoned the left side. So if the Union was to push back over there, they would be able to take it uncontested.
Let's see who this Union unit's holding in the road. Lycan. Oh, yep, it looks like
17th,
Lycan's group.
yep.
Yeah, he's going to the far left. I hope.
And if they stay low and they're not peeking their heads up, they'll never see them.
Do they have a flag?
They do not.
They don't. So yeah, it might be possible.
They're walking high up on the berm, though. They could easily be.
Oh,
seen.
yep,
Look, if
and,
you look at that,
6LA
just
is
going
going.
back over. Yep, 6LA and the
Now,
5th.
I wonder
are
if
going
they're
back over.
going just because they're getting hit hard. I don't know. Maybe they see
I mean,
him?
5th Virginia's with them now, so they might have consolidated. But they're going to get there at about the same time. The difference being here that the 2nd Corps has a flag.
I don't think they...
Oh my God, I don't think...
No, they didn't. No, Angel was
running.
screaming. And they're pulling back further now.
It might be a better idea to pull back and maybe try and get the Union to follow them.
And they're doing just that. Oh, not now. They're holding now. So this gives the CSA the time they need to get consolidated and get prepared before they can start putting pressure on that
They're
Union
also
unit.
getting reinforced by Hood's division as well.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, they'll just push right back up that road again, push those boys right back, because every casualty they take, they can't get replacements because they don't have a flag.
Oh, and then it looks like they got a Union flag moving to the far
Oh
left.
yeah. First Maryland Private, bring it
Right.
on over.
Right now on the left, they gotta charge them, get those tickets. Oh, yep, there it is. Looks like they're pushing. I think 6LA and Hood's division are gonna wipe that Union group on the left.
They're falling back. Or they're falling back 5 inches.
Over a fence.
Yeah.
Over a fence, which these days is all the difference.
Yeah, that vaulting update really changed things. I don't know if it's going to matter, though, because CSA heavily outnumber these guys.
Oh,
Man.
it looks like the CSA or Union group's pushing the orchard.
And once again, Union's going to lose a flag over there. Union hit taking losses. Confederates about a 4th. A morale stage ahead.
That's a good amount of tickets. I mean, for a map like this, if things keep going the way they are, the CSA might have it.
The Union might be making a move to push out into the orchard on the right.
It's so weird because you guys play from a CSA's perspective, and so when I hear left and right, I hear opposite. Because I have a Union perspective. I'm like, the Union right? What?
Old IVB, yep.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace, IVB in the playoffs. Anyways.
What a great fight that was.
Oh my, that was beautiful. Insane ending of a first round.
And it does look like at least one Union unit is pushing the orchard.
You have the 4-man 5th NC up here trying to make a difference.
Huzzah, huzzah. All admins too.
All admins.
You know that's something
And
special. there.
Cannonball missing Doug by mere feet.
Let's see if WB goes far left again.
They're going that way. It looks
Oh,
like it.
It looks like they're gonna go down center.
Are they? Oh yeah, no, you're right. Rest of the Union moving up on this left side, right side for you guys. The Union left, they're going up in the middle of the orchard.
Making the same play as they did at the beginning. Let's see if the CSA is wised up to it and can react. Oh, but you also have another Union crew right here in the center. Lycan and his boys up on this snake rail fence to directly contest the CSA through the open.
CSA shooting a gun, flipping it over. Nicodemu, what happened?
Oh no, what a tragedy.
He's so lost. All hope
If-
has been lost.
His entire life is flashing before his eyes at this very point, at this very moment.
One CSA gun hitting a flag, killing that, and maybe another person.
If I was the Union right now, I would probably push them, try and maybe get them down to taking losses, because the Union are attacking, so they do have that advantage that the defenders do not have.
Yeah, if they continue to burn time and they continue to contest the orchard and continue to take these losses, then it's just going to make it easier and easier for the CSA. So, let's see if the Union makes a move here soon.
We're going right.
Oh, it looks like they're falling back on the right, where the orchard is. I think they might make... I think I heard something about them going to the far right, maybe? Pushing that group? Or, well...
They're still over here in strength.
I'll call you guys.
Second Corps of the 6LA at least. 5th Virginia here in the center, skirmishing as they do.
I think
Against 2 guys, okay.
I think the Union's probably gonna make a play for the far left.
Can you hear me?
Maybe push that way. Wipe out who's the 6LA. I think that's what they're gonna do. They're
A
gonna
lot
push
of their
far
forces
left.
shifting over there now, yeah. Maybe they're trying to draw the CSA's numbers away from the stone wall.
Just do.
Open the door for First Delaware
One big.
and LB here to come in through the orchard.
But if I know 6LA like I do know them, I believe they might fall back once they see what's happening and regroup with the group that's down the road, HD.
To hold such an advanced position would mean to take quite a few losses. You can hold it for a time, but to hold it for any extended period of time would be not the best play.
Oh, Star, your boys are charging them.
Oh, please tell me they're not. Oh, Jesus.
Huzzah, huzzah!
Oh, it does look like 6LA and Hood's division are holding that corner. in the
Union's
road.
going for it.
Oh, I think it's gonna be a close fight.
Oh, geez, boys, my boys need to either get in the fight or do something, but the
Oh.
CSA has just gotten kind of destroyed here on the left. And charging at this point, 5th Virginia is not the play.
Yes, yes,
Please, 5th Virginia, don't do what you're doing right now.
yes,
Oh, God.
yes, yes.
One more.
Oh, there's one more.
Setter, please don't.
On me.
I think
Setter, don't do it.
I think that I hear the Union saying Friedrichsburg.
Oh! Star, your thoughts on the.
My thoughts is, oh my, I have somebody's dying.
Uh-oh.
Whoever made that order, oh God.
At least the 6LA in Hood's division flags fell back, and there is a small group, at least.
You love to see competent flag bearers.
Oh yes,
Archer and
definitely.
coach goes on to them.
And see, the 6LA did the appropriate thing, which was fall back to prevent additional losses. And now they can sit back and just shoot the bad guys that are on the fence.
What they're gonna actually
bad
do
guys.
is the 6 are gonna hold up on that snake rail fence to the left and actually have really good shots to shoot down the road at the Union.
This is the most interesting match of Pipers I've watched. I haven't seen fighting like this on the CSA left, Union right. I haven't seen it like this
Quite a lot of action going on both sides.
Now, over time, that fire from the 6LA on the snake fence down the road towards the Union is gonna do a ticket drop. And there goes the flag as well for the Union. Zapstar probably should push his guys to the left and maybe get a little bit more cover.
Yeah, Union's crouching down in the stone wall too, which. Oh, Red's talking like they're gonna move out in a moment.
Up, right face.
Crouching on
There
a
they
stone
go.
wall works when the enemy is not up the stone wall.
Oh, what is Union
Oh,
doing?
jeez.
Are they suicide?
Reverse
What?
Pickett's charge. Here
What
we
are
go.
we doing?
Oh,
Fredericksburg all over again.
Some of the Union charging the left side as well. Oh,
Northeast east. Team split up.
why'd they run down the road? Oh, were they trying to bait them out? Because the whole Union team seems to be charging out the CSA artillery. That must have been to distract
Right
those
now,
CSA in the
though,
distance. I don't know.
Right now, Hood's division and 6LA are pushing up behind them now. The Union do have a flag down, which I don't. I think the Union's gonna get wiped at those caissons.
It's going to be close. Half the CSA, the CSA charge from that back here is very spread out, but yeah.
But is the Union looking?
Union's
not looking.
kind of dead. Union hitting
Union is
braking
either
as well.
dead or looking the other direction.
Yeah, LB is the only last Union group on the field, and they're not even close to this. They're just shooting in the orchard. Got 2 guys left. Oh, never mind. They're dead.
The only good thing that I could see from all that exchanging right there, or I guess that charge, would be that the CSA are almost down to braking, which will...
What? Sorry, I was talking about something else.
Breaking? What?
A 5th LA guy for CSA fired a gun into his own men. Thankfully hit another artillery thing and didn't kill anyone.
Huh.
The delayed input on there being a charge.
Alright. So, with the tickets in the state that they currently are, the CSA needs to keep it in the back of their mind that they can't get too far away from the point. Because once they do drop, it's just the simple matter, as most of us know, of capping that point up and the Union wins. So.
Yep, and if I was the Union, I would just charge right into the caissons on the left of the point. Get them down to break and
Do something to inflict as many casualties as possible, and if they were to succeed, they do have 2 of their flags laying here.
Definitely dropped one. Come on, Chuck, get up there and fire that rifle, man. Come on.
Beautiful. Yeah, it looks like Union's just going up the center here. Looks like they're just gonna try to make one charge here, force them down to braking and cap.
hopefully the Union on the far right in the orchard do see when their other Union regiments charge the center and support them. Cause yeah, that is what, a 23-man company. So that could either make the difference if the Union do charge the center.
I'm looking for the green tag.
Any second now, the CSA should go down to break and.
And the Union have played this portion of the battle very well. Turn it into a shooting match, whittle them down. And if the CSA to continue to take the fight as far as a shooting match is concerned, it's just going to cost them tickets and eventually bring them down to breaking, where I would imagine the Union's going to do a pretty fierce charge.
I mean, they could just charge right now.
They could, and it would probably do the trick.
By like 10, we charge.
69. Hear that right? 69 volunteers.
All right, 69, whenever you're ready, we'll cover you from back here.
So it looks like some of the Union's going to move forward. I don't know. Red was saying they would cover the 69th. Oh, here goes LaBelle. He's going up and over. Maybe they're going to try to go and pre-cap.
That would be wise. If the oh well, never mind.
And there it is.
I was gonna say if the CSA allowed it to happen, that would be a great way to win the match. But
Oh,
since it's
Star,
already
there's
happened-
there's your boys in the center.
Oh,
Oh,
please
yeah.
tell me they're not doing something dumb. Oh boy.
It's actually kind of smart because the
You
Union
know, yeah,
don't
the
see
Union's
them.
not gonna pay attention to him at this point, so this one's not as
Oh,
bad
and
as the
the
last
Union
one.
stopped right in front of your guys too.
And
Oh,
they're
here
gonna
goes Knight.
charge.
Here goes Knight.
Knight's in
They
command of
don't
this
see
one.
him. They don't see him.
Get in there, boys. Give it to him.
TSA countercharging this position. I guess charging it.
Knight lived, and now he's dead. An aggressive charge, but I can't be mad at him for that one.
This is so. Oh, there we go.
It is smart for the CSA to counter or stop this.
Absolutely.
Because
The sooner the Union gets down to final push.
Yep, and I think
better.
they might go to final push maybe.
I don't think there's enough of them left.
These Rambos gotta fall back.
If the Union Rambos continue to go forward, they will go to final push.
Well, there is that
So
one
it'll
guy.
come down to individual unit discipline at this point.
And I think
It's
they might.
really close.
CSA
And if I
should
am the
push out to the
CSA,
stone
I
wall.
am pushing forward. Yep.
Yep.
If I am the CSA, I am absolutely pushing forward here.
Yep, hold
Just
that
to get
stone
any
wall,
Rambos I possibly can, like T-Bird here. Nice shot, T-Bird.
Hey, what was the flag? Was the flag bearer retreating?
He
Yes, he was.
Okay, I'm like, we got a volunteer here for the Union. He's crouching.
And I do love this as well. They are pushing, or the CSA
Oh.
are pushing up to the wall.
And Captain Hyde does the job.
Indeed.
Oh, another CSA.
Oh,
man
the
going
Rambos
for
do it.
Oh, that was Hazard shooting his pistol at those Rambos on the
go.
wall.
So the Union Rambos bring them down to final push. Let's see if the Union team can pull it out here. Although
Right.
with the extremely aggressive defense that the CSA is putting forward here, I'm not feeling too confident in the Union.
Yeah, because it does look like half of the CSA are being, aggressive defense, and the other half are just holding back, which, it does not look good.
Yeah, the CSA needs to commit here one way or the other.
And they're falling back. Some of them are.
But will it be fast enough, though?
I mean, a minute and a half. Union's gonna have to push. It's all gonna come down to how well the
and-
CSA holds on point.
Looks like the CSA are going to be holding right on point. But the Union they do have that stone wall, so...
CSA now pushing back out to the stone wall.
The CSA is not gonna go to last stand anytime soon.
Yep.
So the Union does either need to get
Oh.
the Union needs to get aggressive here with a minute left.
The CSA do see the charge on the right. And they are shooting... Oh, that's a lot of Union dead. Just killed from that volley. Oh, but do they see the further right group of the Union?
I don't know if it matters.
I don't know I don't know that that's enough to make a difference. It is the 59th, so anything can happen, but
Oh my god, who's
and I think enough of the CSA saw them that they're not going to be able to poke through.
You got Zoo going all the way into the cornfield. Getting those Union flags down.
Oh shit.
Come on, Zoo.
Zoo and elements of the Fighting Fifth. Let's see if Angel can pull it off. No, he cannot.
This is where, with
Well,
15 seconds left, this is where they should just, the CSA should just charge.
Yeah, CSA should
Union's just
absolutely
sitting.
be
Why is
pushing
Union's
forward.
sitting? They're not moving out. They're just sitting in the back.
Oh,
They have
and
submitted to defeat.
that's too late. They're not gonna get there on time.
Indeed. Star, your thoughts on the round?
I think the USA had a very, very well played first half of the round. And then eventually they just started getting into a shooting match that they just weren't winning. And it just came down to it at the end that the CSA had more tickets. And CSA put up a hell of a defense. They recovered very well after that initial half.
Indeed. Masuk, your thoughts?
I honestly, I think, like Star said in the beginning, they did really well. They cleared out the group on the left. Well, at least pushed back the group on the left, but then they just sat and weren't aggressive enough, and they lost the shootout. An amazing play by the CSA with the aggressive defense for the last half.
Indeed. Tyler, your thoughts?
I think the same thing that Star said, but at the end, the Confederate artillery, I think, absolutely wiped the Union.
Oh my god, you see the battle report?
500 to 800.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. And I think the out of lines too were like what, like a 1-to-2 ratio?
That is worth mentioning. The out of lines and the Union Rambos there at the end. If not so many of them were dying out of line, they might have had another chance while they were still breaking to carry forward another attack that might have brought the CSA down to last stand sooner.
Man, that's crazy. Almost a 300-man difference with casualties.
Wow. Insane. And with that all being said, we'll see you in the second round. And here we are live in the second round here. One comment I would like to make beforehand is cordage on artillery. Yeah, that's surprising. But anyways, yeah, he dares disgrace artillery in our broadcast, but when he's offline, he actually supports artillery. There he is. Look at him
He's
go.
a closet artillerist. Unbelievable.
Okay.
So sad. So sad. Anyways, so numbers 2 off, but we wanted to look at artillery here. Union has 12 on artillery. CSA has 3, 9, 13. Yeah.
CSA actually 15.
15?
Yeah.
Must have miscount. But a lot of artillery. It's about even infantry-wise, so it'll be fascinating to see what happens. Also, what's interesting, a lot of the Union guys are back at the further gun position. I wonder why. I feel like this one's a worse position.
Looks like the Union's going far left.
As they tend to do. And the 5th Virginia, as brave as they are being, if they do not cede that position quickly, they are going to take some casualties.
You don't believe in your boys?
No, it's not that I don't believe in my boys. It's that in being a CSA leader, I know that trying to hold the left is suicide on Nicodemus.
Speaking of defensive position, CSA is just gunning it up to the right side. 6LA in the woods. Hood's division even further in the woods, holding up against the stone wall as well. I-Corps to their left. Yeah, and 5th VA is the only group on this left side. They're going to stop the whole Union team. Just you watch.
Yep, if they do, I'll eat my hat. But I'm going to root for them regardless.
There goes artillery getting some nice shots.
Star, your
Ooh.
boys are gonna hold off the
They can take
entire
him now.
Union army.
They can take
I
him
hope
now.
they do.
Artillery softened them up. They got the dander up.
Oh yeah, and they also got the sharps. So there you go.
They do have sharps. But, you know, one bullet kills one man, and there's 6 of them. So, yeah, they're doing the right thing. They are doing the right thing and falling back. I have utmost faith in them, but holding there would have been a bad idea.
And it does look like the Union's going for the barn on the left.
Haven't seen that one before. That's a joke. They do that nearly every time. But I like what the Confederates are doing. I mean, it's going to be a long, drawn-out match, but it's what you got to do.
Honestly, yeah.
Ooh, nice shot on the flag.
Whoa. Union artillery coming close. Knocking down a fence. I wonder if that was intentional.
Now, I really hope these far left CSA guns see that they're at the barn so that they could shoot down into them. And Coot does see that, so does Nico. General Cheeto aiming the gun himself.
I love that name.
If they just lob around right there at the corner, they're killing. Oh, I can't even.
I really hope it connects.
And of course, that barn isn't bulletproof. I don't know if it's artillery proof, but
It's not. The rounds go straight through it.
oh, so just throw a round straight through that wall, wipe out the
there
entire
you go.
Union.
Just a
Dang it,
little
I
high.
missed it.
Just a little. Oh, there it is.
Oh yes,
Oh.
there we go.
Napoleon would be proud. And you
Probably,
hear Zapstar screaming.
For all the bad rap artillery can get, when utilized
Oh.
efficiently, it can be a game
I
changer.
love that. I love when that's said. If it can, when it can. I love it. In this case, they're doing decent.
CSA already still has a shot on that barn. If they aim it right behind them, and if they shoot case, get the fuse right and everything, they should knock down and probably kill a good portion of that Union.
I can't believe the. It's kind of cool when you play this game for a couple of years and you see the strategy change on some maps, for better or for worse. This map has
You're right,
definitely
yeah.
changed.
Oh, it's absolutely changed. I remember the first time I was on CSA and
is
I saw
Nico-
the Union going left.
Oh,
I had
priming.
no idea what they were doing.
Cheeto's priming the cannon.
Now, if
At
I
those
miss this
boys.
shot with this camera angle, I'm going to be very sad.
Get ready. He is priming.
Come on!
And he's... Come on.
Fire the gun!
And it went straight through and exploded the fence behind the barn.
Boo. Dang it, Union. Why'd you adjust? But also that shot wasn't there.
It was, yes, not the best shot, but there's always another.
Indeed. You got another 38 minutes. I believe in you.
So the 5th Virginia has utilized one of their cannons as cover. Interesting. And they're just up here contesting the left side, which is typically not something that you would do as the CSA, or you should do. Although as long as they're not taking many losses, they should be okay.
I'm curious if the CSA do see that Union group on the left side of the White House. I think that last CSA arty shot was just over. Didn't kill anyone. I really hope the Union just sits right there on the straight fence next to the White House.
So Union's got to cap at some point or else they're just going to lose. And Union's starting to move that way right now. Doug up in front, 5th NC leading the way. LB hopping up and over.
Yeah, you said it. Just the CSA stops. I'm sorry, the Union stops the clock, and the CSA has to come and take it back. And in doing so, the CSA will just lose so many tickets. This is a wildly imbalanced map.
It's just 5th NC. They need one more kill and the cap stops.
Oh, look at the top of the hill by the CSA. Corded got a Napoleon up there.
Yeah, shoot through the fence.
Shoot it. Shoot the gun. Shoot it.
He is singing to himself as he adjusts his windage.
He's priming.
Oh, we can see it. Here he goes. Oh, he overshoots. He only gets blood because the thing went through someone.
I think he only got one guy with that shot.
Yeah,
Bring that down just a touch, and you've got money, Corded.
indeed.
That might be a new strat. Just put most of the CSA cannons up on this hill.
It's a very good idea that I've not seen in practice before. Which, although it does bring the question, how easy would that be to counteract by the Union artillery if you just hit it once and it gets flipped over? That's a lot of time wasted.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I think those shots would be kind of hard for Union, even to flip a cannon over. I don't know.
And to be fair, it hasn't been that long since the round started, assuming Corded has been working on this the entire round.
Break it. To the bond.
So
Yeah,
Union's gunning it back to the barn, it looks like.
Looks like First Corps is advancing. Advancing through the open, and the 6LA.
Oh,
and,
Cheeto's
Sonic
priming the
50A.
cannon at the mill. Let's see if he connects. I did not see where that round went.
Well,
Oh, there it goes.
Long again.
yeah, we have some engagement near point. 59NY engaging with I-Corps, Anderson's brigade. 59NY outnumbering.
I think the Union has that right there.
Up and over, charge them out. Let's go. Up and over.
Yeah, the Union has that.
Yep.
I just took a look at the tab menu. Only nine of the 1st Virginia Cavalry are being utilized right now. There are definitely some slots that are still open on that cav unit that could be being used elsewhere.
Cough them up.
There's a couple fighting still happening, but CSA actually win that at the end.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I think Union kind of backed off a little. So,
Oh, you got Zapstar though going to the shed.
Corded is moving the gun again. He's moving it closer to the stone wall. Huh. CSA recap, that clock continuing down, Union's down half a morale stage. This whole round is just going to be Union sending a couple guys up the cap, Union pulling back, CSA pulling out, recapping, and the process continues.
It's an unfortunate reality with Nicodemus nowadays. I do very much I miss the old style in which it was played, where the Union would push through the CSA right.
Indeed.
But now with the vaulting update, that's just not feasible.
How dare they make it?
Oh,
hard to
nice
jump
hit with
over
the
a long-
artillery. Left side of the White
How
House.
many did it kill? Oh,
At least like 5. They
yeah.
they knocked down the flag. They got them. They got the Union moving. Ooh, another good hit. I don't think I saw any pink miss.
Jeez. First they take away your fun Nicodemus Hill strat, then they take away your buck and ball.
It's unbelievable.
There is one volley from the IVB on that first round when IVB's on top of the hill of CSA this previous event
Ooh.
for BLN, and they just like volleyed point blank as the Union was charging up and missed nearly everyone. It was very sad.
Corded also just fired his cannon. He was a little bit long, but I think he. Oh! There goes another artillery shot.
Reeves and Kuja are bringing up Corded's ammo.
Beautiful. This is a wow.
This is Nicodemus being played as it is today. It's a lot more fun when you're down there, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for another good shot by the CSA artillery towards the mill on the left. The CSA artillery has actually been pretty on point.
They're not doing
Their
bad.
shots.
Reese overshooting. I mean, Union's kind of put themselves in this barn. Oh.
We get fucked when we cap point. Let's fuck, dude. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this.
Union leadership is lost right now.
I want you guys to push up that hill and wipe out their arty. Just keep doing it. Get out of bounds, rip up their arty, then fall back. You gotta make sure you can hit those fucking traps.
And they can't have their flags inside buildings.
Yeah. The Union's leadership right now is so lost right now. Red proposing the idea to run out of bounds, kill their artillery, run back down, but Doug's saying they have to cap.
That would, running out of bounds to kill artillery is not worth it.
Also, you got your boys Star.
The 5th Virginia are just sitting up here, and assuming they saw them coming, they would just draw pistols. That would be the end of it.
Barn gives you no protection.
Dang.
That was a great shot.
I think that was one of the guns on the far right. I think it was Corded's. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Looks
probably
like
the most
it.
probable. Union hitting engage. Confederates halfway through battle ready. Wow. Who would have thought that Nicodemus Hill would become a CSA bias map?
Back in the day, regardless of whether or not it actually was a CSA bias map, I think a lot of that
and
was
there
just
goes
due
the
to
Union.
cavalry.
Going to the White House.
I've always liked this map personally,
It's beautiful.
regardless of the balance.
I remember that one event, Star, when we were the Union. We went up on the left where the hill is, completely wiped the Union, and just controlled the map.
I remember that too.
It was
Perfect.
perfect.
It was great.
So I wonder if Union's just gonna cap, or are they gonna go up the hill? What's gonna happen?
Well, if they
All right, they're just gonna hold and shoot.
Oh
right,
man, they're gonna
artillery.
get blown. Yeah, they're gonna get blown up by artillery.
We're just gonna keep our camera right here. Come on, artillery.
Cordy. Oh, good.
That one just went through someone. Overshot.
Oh,
overshot.
overshot.
Everyone's aiming high. Bring them down, boys.
I
Bring 'em
believe
down.
in you, Corded.
Yeah, Doug, I'm about to pull us off.
And the Union is just getting picked apart here.
Let's see if Corded's ready.
There we go.
That was a beautiful shot.
Union cap.
And they go through the fence. As
Corded's
T-40.
priming.
If I recorded. Oh, wow.
Oh,
That
nice.
was
That was-
overshot, but honestly, it worked out.
That was
I believe-
one
yeah.
or two persons.
I believe that was a case round as well.
So Union has to have some type of defense. The Union is very scattered right now.
They are. They scattered right off a point.
Ooh,
The
another
unit
good
they
hit.
had right there, WB, just got ripped in half.
Yep. Oh,
CSA
man.
artillery is just tearing the Union apart. And if they don't
And-
form some kind of consolidated force, the CSA is just going to waltz back down and retake.
And they can't use that mill strategy or strat either, because then the CSA artillery is going to shoot them up.
Here they
Here
go.
comes Second Corps.
I wonder if the Union should just try going for the stone wall. Even if, because, I don't know.
I mean,
There's not much you
HD's
can do.
already in the woods.
Let's see if Corded's ready with the shot. Nope, he's still repositioning.
There is a single Union soldier, a man by the name of Colton, holding the line.
He's a brave man to do that. Ooh, nice artillery hit. Oh my. Oh. Yeah, CSA artillery is on point.
They've done a heck of
Colton
a
is
job
holding
tonight.
strong.
This is what artillery should be all the time, but unfortunately, not true.
I think. Ooh, another good hit.
Union pulling back to their spawn. Are they gonna go left?
They
Very well may.
Yeah, I think that's their only choice right now because the
Although-
right didn't work.
If you're a CSA leader with any situational awareness whatsoever, you'll see them all pulling back, and you will know that there is something going on.
And who's that group on the stone wall? Hood's division is holding the far right of the CSA. 6LA. I think the 5th is still up at the
They
artillery.
are on there by the White House now. They pushed forward.
Ooh, hopefully they see that guy in the road on the left.
The CSA recap.
Jim Bob.
I think Knight might see him.
Wow.
And it does look like the Union are going to push the right into the forest.
Well, at this point, the CSA is already reconsolidated. It would be suicide.
Yep, and let's see
Better
if
than nothing.
Corded.
Now,
I want to see
Corded,
if
shoot your own team. Shoot them point blank. Brilliant shots. It would make the map interesting. Do it.
I think he's going to position his 12-pounder to a point where he can actually shoot over their heads and into the forest.
That'd be crazy. Imagine if you could knock over trees. Oh.
Maybe someday.
Before
And you're
cavalry.
right. USA is pushing to the Union left.
Yeah.
Through the woods.
These first couple guys, not like it really matters, should hold back. Ah, there they are.
Look north.
Oh, he just got shot.
Now, a large portion, at least historically, of the defense on this wall has been the cavalry unit, and the CSA team is not really utilizing it. So it'll be interesting to see if the Union will be
Ooh.
able to push through. Although with the new vaulting animations, I seriously doubt it.
Here they go.
Did I think the Union just recently got hit by arty shot. That killed like at least a good portion of them.
So if you look by the stone wall where that snake fence is going to the Union spawn, by it some of that straight fence is broken. If anything, Union artillery should be trying to break that stuff on the right side, and maybe Union could charge through that gap and not have to worry about the vaulting animations.
Now, watching Zapstar and Mike, you kind of see their forces running back and forth, and nobody, it looks like they want to push, but at the same time they don't, and just kind of hanging out in the open like this is going to result in a lot of them getting shot down. And you hear Zapstar calling for more men. And
See it.
there are more coming in, but not a whole lot. Where is the majority of the Union team? I feel like they've shrunk.
Haven't they?
See it.
Nah, Union outnumbers CSA by 1.
Huh.
The server's going down about 10 men overall.
And in the time it took this other Union unit to move forward, a lot of the Union that were already up here have fallen.
It's been what is that? 12, 17 minutes, and the CSA are still at battle ready. And you have Corded and Reeves pushing up their artillery piece on the far right.
They're rolling a cannon up here. No.
They're rolling up a cannon. We gotta go, man.
Zapstar knows Corded's rolling up a cannon. He knows they're getting scared. They gotta go. Corded.
Oh, but
They've got a
Corded
cannon.
sees
We
it.
gotta go.
Oh,
sees
Union's
it.
gunning out to the center of the map.
Lycan
Oh,
the
but does-
17th.
Is he
Does the
distracting?
CSA know? Does the CSA know that they're getting
Oh, the
pushed up
flag
on the
goes
right?
down. Nice shot.
They're getting pushed through the woods. I think the CSA see it.
It was a good bait, but a lot of the CSA are still here.
And Corded, he's
Oh, but a lot of First
Oh.
Corps is running right on by. They're not pushing directly at the corner, or at least not all of them.
Looks like Mike's using that hole in the straight fence to push his guys, but I don't think it's enough. And he got killed.
Mike
Wow,
Concho with the
this
nice
is sad.
pistol shot.
Rest in peace for these Union soldiers. Dang.
Yeah, it didn't have the...
I appreciate the effort of trying something new, but this was kind of poorly executed.
I think it's going to get them down to taking losses as well.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, speaking of which, there you go.
Some of the Union have pushed back to the barn,
Oh, and your
and
boys are
the
taking
5th
care of 'em.
Virginia are in the barn, and they are cleaning it out.
Oh, but Lycan's
Didn't
coming up
quite
with
get
this
'em all,
WB, boys. See if your boys hold Star.
They're just unloading pistols. There
Oh,
they go.
there-
Come on, boys, there's like 3 of them.
Oh, and Feller got that guy in the barn. Do they see the one last Union in that barn though?
At this point, the best play for my boys would be to pull back where they can get some fire down. Although the Union, WB, are pulling back themselves. So if they were to reconsolidate, they could easily push back forwards.
5th VA has pushed back the Union team.
Ah, see, they did it! It wasn't when we thought they would do it, but they pulled it off.
It looks like the Union are gonna push the CSA right through the forest again. Looks like they're just.
Oh no.
Hit him again. I know it can break him.
With the ticket drain on this map, it might bring it close, but I don't think it's gonna do it.
I'm surprised that there's a big ticket difference right now.
Honestly. Oh yeah, this WB, they're falling all the way back.
And there goes the Union pushing the CSA right. Will this push on the far right of the CSA work this time?
Beautiful music from the Union side as well. Maybe that'll boost them. You know, those drummer boys giving the morale boost that we all wish they had in game. I wish drummer boys or bugle boys give you some buff. Even if it's
Yeah.
level 1. So kind of pointless. Here they go.
It would be cool if they had like a secondary, like a pistol.
That'd be interesting.
Or at least like a knife.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
It's like flag bearers. They should be able to stab people with those big poles.
It'd also be good if like the bugler or the drummer had tunes they could play in battle.
But it's not historically accurate, so that's why it's not there apparently. Because everything in this game is historically accurate. Union hitting the corner.
They're not gonna
Oh,
make it. There.
Corded's priming his cannon. Let's see if he connects.
Oh,
I think it
Jesus.
hit the wall and it bounced off to the right.
Yeah.
No team
6
kills,
LA's
says
counterpart.
Corden. We're good. It was a little shaky, but he got off scot-free.
Oh, who is that Union officer by himself on the left? Kill him. Oh, that Union that's at the mill on the far left is still there. Nigel.
Corden's panicking. I love it. How did I not get any team kills? He keeps saying. That was one of those risky trigger pulls on the battery. And yeah, Union falling all the way back again.
Come on, go left again.
Some say let's go, some say reform.
And some say let's F9.
Dead
Some
by
of them die,
artillery.
yeah. Union lost half a morale stage in that charge. CSA lost a third.
And Zapstar is brave as all hell. All right, let's go, Zap.
I love Zap.
Major Red is holding his boys back.
You hear that, Zap? 59NY not going with you.
Yeah, I don't think he see. Oh, they're
Zapstar's
going in
pushing.
piecemeal.
Godspeed.
Major Red still has his boys in
Put
the.
down in the comments if you think Zapstar will overcome the whole CSA team in this charge.
Zapstar
Oh,
alone.
no!
Oh.
Boo! That's
I was
cringe.
rooting for him.
That's
I
cringe.
was rooting for him. Come on.
Yeah, and that was
Major Red just starting to move out of Union spawn.
He
it
wanted
looks
to
like-
see Zapstar die.
And it looks like Mike and Lycan are just holding their boys at the snake fence.
The good old trickle-in attack.
Victus right here.
And the 5th have taken up an advanced position on the rocks in the forest with those sharps, and they're just picking them apart.
Yep, and you hear Angel saying these are 5 tickets. Kill them, boys.
Yeah, every single lone runner through those woods is 5 free tickets for the CSA, and they need all the help they can get.
And I think I think Corded sees the Union on the
Oh, Union's coming down
Oh
the
my
snake
God!
fence.
5th, run away, please, for the love of God.
Corded does see that.
Great
as
shot! They killed the
well.
officer, Red.
Oh, Corded priming his cannon. He's gonna shoot those guys or the Union on the
Team
left.
kill, team kill, team kill, team kill, team kill, team kill.
Nah, he readjusted.
Boo. Oh, here comes more Union.
And this Union push, there's just not enough weight behind it.
Oh, but does the CSA? Nope, never mind. The Hood's Division already got a group on the far right.
Here comes a lot more of the Union right up the middle again, but
I mean, the CSA just has to shift to the right.
it's a simple
Union
solution.
hit
Yeah.
breaking. 1.5 morale stages.
And there goes HD over to the right to, I would assume, repel the Union.
Dang. Not the best charge, and the Union Arty is actually shooting at the wall, but their fuses are too long and just ricocheting off of it.
Setter, what are you doing, my guy?
Oh, is he put? Oh,
Setter's Ramboing with a pistol, but it
oh,
works.
he killed him. You also got hunted. Or,
Setter
yeah,
and hunted.
Yeah. Oh man. The
Are you
army
gonna
of
promote
two.
them? Are you gonna promote them?
I don't know.
Oh.
Mavericks, these two, I tell you.
Mike, from LV wanting this match to end. He is going off by himself.
Yeah, we don't have the corner no more.
Hey, Mark Brigade, y'all need to pull back. There's way too many runners.
Now, if I was the 5th, I would push back forward.
They should just charge us one.
I see no reason for my boys not to push back up, or hell, even more of the CSA. To be honest, the Union haven't really.
Oh, look at the Union, the 69th NC, just skirmishing right in front of the entirety of the CSA team.
That's admitting that we give up. I don't want to admit that we give up, but you know, I want to kill some more of them.
Does look like the Union's pushing the CSA right again, but you have Zapstar and Red holding in the Union main spawn.
Did you hear that, Eagle?
I am loving Red's commentary right now.
If I get hit by Artie back here, I will lose my fucking mind, he says.
He's also
and I kind of want it to happen.
He's also like, crap, what was it? I don't want to admit that we quit. Let's just get some more kills.
Let's go.
Here they go.
Oh boy, what a way to go.
They should just charge in the middle of the open field for the cinematics.
Yep.
It would force the CSA to readjust at the very least.
Let's make a server announcement here.
Oh, corded with a good shot on General Mike's group. Well, at least this time the Union's not going in piecemeal. I guess that's something, right?
59NY in front, followed by 1st Maryland, some going in the middle of the woods.
And 5th VA is getting pushed again. Hopefully they get out.
Oh my, holy crap.
Whoa.
That was so many, I wasn't expecting that many shots. Union artillery ricocheting off and exploding out in the distance, but...
You know, I don't think it would be a bad idea for the Union, for, like, just, you know, future matches, to be shooting their rounds where the snake fence, straight fence, and that stone wall are. Just knock down the straight fence and the stone wall and use that right there to push the CSA.
Exactly.
Rather than going far right and getting funneled into that corner right there.
And just piecemeal attack by what's left of this Union push on the CSA right.
I think if the Union don't fall back right now, it's going to get them down to final push.
And the 6th Louisiana here are pushing forward with elements of the 5th Virginia. They're going to clear out the stragglers.
Are we going to see a 2 morale stage lead by one team?
Oh,
it's going to be close.
Guy. Oh, he just got killed. Is there any other... Oh, who's this Officer Rambo over here?
Yeah. Henry.
Oh. Alright, who's this other Rambo? Luke Colonel Stanzo?
One of the 50
Man.
guys died. Alright, let's see what the Union officers are saying. Well, Confederates are taking losses. Let's hear what they're talking about.
Okay, look, here's the plan. Here's the plan.
Brian, I'm listening.
Guys, here's what we're gonna do. Everyone gather around. Gather around. Take a knee. Gather around. Gather around.
Red is doing like a church service here.
Hey, knowing their artillery, you're all about to get fucking
Bring
swagged.
all the men he's
Lamel.
lost.
Alright, what we're gonna do, boys,
Knowing their artillery, we're all gonna get.
Because our arty hasn't been hitting anything, so it doesn't really matter if we walk through them. We're gonna walk through our arty, and we're gonna quick time this bitch across the
Quick time.
Yeah!
Pick a
Huzzah.
You wanna charge? Wait, where do you wanna charge?
I want to charge across the opening stage.
Alright, we're gonna charge across the open field. We're gonna quick time it, and then after we move forward a little bit, we're gonna charge the rest. So, everyone up!
And you have to right
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
Yes.
But does Lycan know that they're gonna be quick timing?
Form a huge fucking line right here. Huge fucking line.
So if you thought Pickett's Charge happened at Gettysburg on July 3rd, 1863, well, you were wrong.
So we're about to witness it here, but by the other side.
Who needs to make a Gettysburg event when you just have Nick? Oh, here they go.
Oh, well, good luck, gentlemen. Let's see if the artillery's worth their salt.
I do like, Star, that your boys were actually gonna push up a little bit, get them down to final push, but looks like the CSA already done that for them.
Are we just gonna go with these dudes?
And yeah, it looks like the CSA shifting down to the point.
Here they go.
All right, boys, go get them. And the artillery should just have a field day with this. And the CSA leaders should have seen it by now, and they should be adjusting.
Oh, and your boys are on the flank of the Union right there as well.
With sharps, yeah, they're gonna have a field day with it too.
This is a most accurate historical representation of Pickett's Charge.
Of course. Indeed, they're hitting that stone wall. CSA is not moving down, but I mean, they're not even breaking.
Oh, friendly artillery just killed some of their guys.
Yep, there we go. That's the title we're going with.
And the 5th Virginia is up and over. They're going to push the flank.
Huzzah, huzzah!
Hopefully a lot of them have pistols.
Yeah, and artillery, Confederate artillery is targeting that big group of them.
And they do have pistols, and they are going to lay the hate.
Oh, Feller and Angel just killing all the Union that's coming back from main spawn.
30 seconds.
Will they be able to kill Officer Henry, though? Yo, give props to these 2 Union flag bearers surviving for this long. Oh.
You shouldn't have said anything.
And I think the CSA is going to have this.
That will ultimately do it. A dominant defense. Not typically the way this match would go.
Now, if I know CSA, they're going to push out into the field,
As
make it so the Union.
Yeah.
Star, your thoughts for the round?
Deny that overtime. Played very conventionally, but the CSA had every answer for anything that the Union did, and it just turned into a dominant performance by the CSA. Very, very well done.
Masek, your thoughts?
True. CSA artillery was on point tonight with most of their shots, and usually what the Union does is go to that mill on the far left of the CSA, and you see that CSA artillery shot them up, so they had to move. And I just think that the CSA was just dominant on this map.
Indeed. Tyler, I know you're gone for some of that. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was good, but CSA artillery kept breaking that Union charge at the last minute.
Oh my god, look at the ratio.
300 to 800. Good God.
With a 2 or a 1-to-2 ratio with out of lines too. 45 out of lines for the CSA, 108 for the Union.
Wow.
Oh my.
Great.
300 to 800. Unbelievable.
A great round indeed for the CSA. Huzzah to that. With that being said, we'll see you in the post-game interview. Here we are with the post-game interview for Server 2 of the Maryland campaign tonight. First map was Pipers, second was Nicodemus Hill. Union won Pipers, and then CSA just dominated on Nicodemus Hill. There's no other way to describe that. So we have leaders to talk about the strategy and more of both rounds. So let's go through our USA representatives first. First, we got Dressel.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. Captain Dressel, 8th Virginia Infantry.
We also got Red.
Sad59ny.org.
Thank you. And then our CSA reps tonight. First, we got Knight.
Hi, Captain Knight of the Fighting 5th Virginia.
glorious, glorious fighting.
And we also got Hazard.
Oh, Hazard from HV.
So thank you all for being here. Our co-commentators tonight, there was myself as Guardian Eagle. We have Star.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Starr fighting for Virginia.
And we also had Tyler.
Howdy, folks. Fighting MB here.
So, yeah. Let's get going with the first round. Piper's Farm, USA was attacking, so we'll start with you guys. What was your strategy to attack on the Piper's Farm, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Do you want our strategy or what we actually did?
Yeah, because there's a difference.
Oh, crap. I mean, you can talk about what you were planning to do and then what actually happened. Kind of both, I guess.
Right.
I'll lead with what we planned on doing.
Okay.
The original intent was to have a single smaller unit feign an attack on the right with a slight push into the road and have the majority, I'd say like 85 to 90% of the Union force push through the corn and the orchard and left, lock up the Confederates if the Confederates refuse to engage, then cap the point and pull back. And it was just going to be a cycle of pushes through the orchard. And Red can tell you what actually happened.
So first map went not according to plan. But I don't think it really impeded us necessarily. So what happened, that was the plan, was that we were going to have Sussy and I think Western Brigade go left. Or who was on our team tonight? Fuck it. It was Sussy, Western Brigade, and who else? Who was the other group? LB.
Yep.
So I think the plan was LB was going to go right, Sussy and West were going to go left. And we are going to take that Artie Hill for the Rebs on the left side of the map and just kind of shoot them on the stone wall, maybe push forward, take the stone, fall back, and just keep doing that over and over again. And then once the Rebs realized we're over there, we'd have the LB guys shift over or move up, depending on how it looked. What happened was half of Sussy went right, 59th and 17th Tennessee went left, along with I think the rest of Western Brigade, I think, on the left side of the map. And I think maybe 8th was with us or something. I don't remember who was with us exactly, but it was like half of Sussy went left, half of them went right with the rest of the team, and then we had like one smaller group on the left with us. And then it worked out though somewhat. We were able to get a lot of kills on the left side, a lot of ticket kills, like out of lines, and we even charged the stone wall and wiped them out there and held it. As Sussy came back and rejoined us, they came back and we had held the stone wall. From there, though, it was kind of on the fly, kind of just strategizing on the move. We early capped. That was a decision that we made in Brisk because they were kind of holding away from us on the other side of the map, and they weren't coming out. And we weren't hitting them. So we were like, okay, fuck it. What if we try to just draw them out with an early cap? And that kind of worked for a minute. And then it didn't. They recapped, and it was like, all right, what now? And I think the best way to describe it is just we played it, I think, maybe a little too passive. But then again, we whenever we tried moving towards the Rebs, you get pretty torn up. But we figured it out, made a move on the right side that, we just charged them out that road, got a lot of them like that. But we were draining tickets a lot as Union, and I think that really, really hurt us. I don't know why we were. You probably know better than we do, Eagle. But from my perspective, it looked like most of us were dying in formation, not skirmishing or out of line. But that's just who we were surrounded by immediately, which was Sussy, and I think elements of LB, or the Western Brigade. I don't know which one, but it looked like we were doing fine on our side. But whenever we looked at the ticket counter, we were just losing fucking a lot of guys, which really hurt us in our efforts, especially at the end there when we got in the final push. If we had perhaps not drained so many tickets from whatever it was draining us, we might have been able to make a good push. But I think generally the map went pretty normal. And at the end, we think there was a lot of confusion as well, because I said everyone go far left, as in far left of the stone wall. And then from there, we can avoid running into the Rebs who had just sat in the stone wall in front of spawn. But I don't know what happened. A lot of people said, all right, we're going to go there. And they just ran straight into the Rebs, killed them. But then they just kept going, and that really hurt us because when we were on the left side waiting for our team to reform on us, I saw the Union go up and over straight after shooting and firing, killing the Rebs that were on the stone wall, and they just kept pushing the point, which I get because we were at a minute left. But I feel like if we waited for perhaps just a moment to get those loads in and made one final real unified push, we might have been able to do a little bit more. But Rebs are waiting for us. They played passive, not passive. They played disciplined, and they just ripped us up as they went in. And then we came in on the side a little later than we meant to because we didn't know we were just directly going in. And yeah, communication really hurt us at the end of the second map. And yeah, that first map, I mean, that's really it for that one.
I 100% agree with that assessment. Communication and lack of coordination, and the Confederates had a lot of obvious coordination this evening, countering our pushes. You could tell in a couple different instances if we were pushing point, the Confederates would push us from two different sides at the same time, and we could only fight one at one point, or the other side would wipe us out.
Cool. So let's go to the CSA side now. What was your strategy to defend on Piper's Farm, and how did you guys react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Knight, would you like to go, or would you like me to go first?
I can explain the general gist of it, and then you can explain how we changed it. So basically, from what I got from the battle plan is, we would have a strong left with the 6LA and HD. HD and the 5th VA would be kind of a quick reaction force. So we would move in between, the far left, where we were stationed, and the right. CSA left and Union right, whatever, semantics. So we would move over. Before we knew it, I got the word that we had lost the stone wall. So the 5th Virginia, we moved over there, and we basically held that by the haystacks. We kind of drove them back after we had lost the stone wall, and we retaken it, thanks to HD and a lot of the other regiments. But we had a really strong left side. Didn't really know a whole lot about what was going on the right side, but it seems that we tore them up in the orchard, and that's about what happened.
Yeah, the Piper Farm has basically gotten a new CSA meta with these 3 wall holds. Artificial wall, barn wall, left side wall, because the devs opened up the boundary so much. We didn't expect to get pushed as aggressively as we did, as we were down there on the right. We expected that most of the Union would go sit in that split rail fence or go to the orchard. So we got pushed back, as I'm sure you guys saw on the from up above. From there, I mean, it really was just a disciplined play. Sit back, take charges where you can, hold walls where you can, utilize the cover to drain down the Union. Don't all just whip out and go crazy when they early cap. It's not the end of the world. And it very nearly didn't turn out the way we wanted it to, but it pulled together right at the end.
Yeah, you guys played really well both maps. I can't be mad. You guys did really well. I really just want to compliment you guys because that was a very well organized CSA side, and we don't see that very often, especially for map 1.
Yeah, this is one of the first times I really felt like we got our asses beat pretty hard, respectfully, of course.
Sorry.
Well, I will say that I certainly don't think that the CSA imagined you taking the barn at all. We didn't even think that you guys could get there. And then when I kept getting the notifications of we have lost, our battery has been overrun over and over again, I was like, what the fuck is going on over there? And I had no idea because I didn't hear the gunshots. I didn't hear any communication about what the fuck was going on. Sorry, language. But things like that. You guys had a really good surprise attack at the beginning of it, but it just seemed to grind down as most maps do.
Yeah, we once again, yeah, we pushed on that left side. We got to the stone wall, pushed you guys off, and then I think what happened was you guys. It's hard because I don't know what's going on everywhere either. Um, I only know what's going on kind of where we were, and what we saw happen was there was a unit that flanked around us on the to the corn stacks, and that unit distracted our entire team. As unfortunate as it is to say it, and then the guys who were on the Reb caissons to the like front of the barn, away from the stone wall, they also did a good job by hitting some really nice shots and guys sitting on a stone wall. Um, yeah, we just got outshot, I think, as a team, which definitely didn't help.
So, with that being said, Star, you have any question for the first round?
Yeah, and this does kind of go to both teams here. To any viewers who might not be aware, the Maryland campaign, you're not allowed to use external forms of communication, such as a Steam chat or anything like that. Requires actually running up to someone and talking to them, which there's something to be said for that. Uh, how were communications for both sides? Did everything seem to be on the same page, or were things breaking down? How did things kind of pan out as far as that's concerned?
I can kind of speak more in line to that specific question. So, as we explained with our original plan for the first map and what actually ended up happening, I guess there was a miscommunication or someone just didn't hear the original plan. It was fine. Red and was it 15th Tennessee did end up going left. I saw the rest of Sussy going right, and I didn't have very many guys, so I just had them stay with me. I kind of chased them down and like said, hey, this isn't the plan. This is what we were supposed to be doing. We dealt our damage there on the right. We didn't take very many casualties, and communication from that went back left, linked up the red, and by that point, red had already gotten a foothold up there, and we kind of just reinforced with it. But yeah, it's a lot of running around and trusting one another and what our observations are. You'll see it all the time, especially with Sussex Brigade coming from like Doug, Red, Zoo, Zap, myself, just running around talking to one another and having that trust and communication and our own observation. That or we'll send runners.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, aside from the beginning of the first map, communication was pretty on spot with the Sussy guys, and a big shout out to the 15th Tennessee, I guess it was, and the Western Brigade guys that were with us on the left, especially in the beginning, but also throughout the map. I would run over to them and I'd be like, "Yo, I need you guys doing this like now," and then they would wait a second, then they would just go and do it. They weren't waiting behind us. They weren't like playing too passive. Whenever we needed them overall as a team, and they weren't where we needed them or like to be, it just took one guy to run over and be like, "Yo, can you guys go here?" And then they wouldn't say anything, and then they'd go. So so shout out to those guys too, because we wouldn't have taken a foothold in that left if it wasn't for them. Just kind of seeing what we were doing, following our lead, and then kind of doing what we asked them to do whenever we needed it. So shout out to you guys.
Has it?
The CSA communications were really really quite nice. It was just, hey, we're doing this. Come along. Somebody running past, screaming what we were doing. Make the split-second decision whether you're going to follow them, whether it's a stupid call or not. And that seemed to work out because everybody was making pretty educated calls.
All right, and the reason I asked is because obviously, from my perspective from the sky, which is not something I generally have, you see the Union making this massive push on the CSA right side, and in any other event, whoever is in command is just going to call that out over the Steam chat, and everyone on the field is going to be hyper aware of that just immediately. But because that crutch isn't there, we were able to see the Union push in very, very far and establish that foothold before I think even a lot of the CSA team had any idea what was going on. And so I think that's just a very interesting kind of thing that is unique to the Maryland campaign and some other events out there. It just brings out a whole perspective to the game that's not really appreciated by some. So it's nice to hear how things go down on the field when you can't necessarily just make a phone call to somebody and figure everything out,
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I think it's better that way. I definitely prefer Saturdays over our Sunday's event just because of that one factor.
It also prevents your ears from bleeding from boom chat.
100%.
Star, you have any more questions?
No, that's all.
All right. Tyler, you have any questions?
No. I don't have any questions.
All right. So let's go to the second round. Nicodemus Hill. Yeah. Domination. So, USA, you were attacking, or at least you were trying to. What was your strategy to attack on Nicodemus Hill, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
You know what's funny is we had a very simple strategy, and it was just, hey, we know on this map if we push right, we get a foothold over there between the White House and that barn and that orchard area, we're solid, right? And there really wasn't much planning past that, other than like, hey, you guys are going to skirmish, keep the artillery held down, the rest of us are going to push point and, like, form a main line. But kind of a prelude to the disaster to come was leaving spawn as a wave. Red and I were right fucking next to each other, and there was a cannonball that went in, and we were like, oh, wow, shit, that only killed one guy. All right, cool. Next one came in, barely missed me. It was really just foreshadowing the rest of the fucking map is just cannon.
Yep.
Hit. Just scary as shit. Excellent work by the CSA this evening. Honestly, I wish we had more guns active. I'm not going to dismiss our cannoneers this evening. I don't know who specifically they were. I don't think they did bad. Watching the map or the feed in the post game, you could see they got counter battery quite a bit. But I think if we had some more guns that were counter battering that were just as effective as theirs, it may have like equaled out and helped a little bit. And this is for future reference. But yeah, the CSA artillery won the battle for them this evening, 100%.
Yeah. Yep. Dressel kind of said it. Our strategy going into the second map was take the right side like you do, because at least in our experience that we all kind of mutually agree the left side is just, you're going to lose tickets and we're going to get pretty fucked up. I guess in hindsight would have been better just to go left. But we weren't expecting Red Arty to be as effective as it was on the second map, just because, at least from my perspective, I have not seen Arty that effective ever in my time playing this game, which is a while. It's a big compliment to whoever was on Arty, for the guys on Arty on second map, because holy shit, once again, Dressel, you said it well. The beginning was a prelude, because we saw them hit some good shots on us moving onto that right side. We were like, okay, well, fuck it. Let's just get over there and see what we can do from closer. We got closer, and they hit even better shots every time. So shout out to you guys again. But how it went after we got on the right side, we couldn't go anywhere. We were stuck on that right side because we tried moving out like the plan said, having the Western Brigade kind of shoot at Arty from the barn, and then having Sussy and LB shift left and try to skirmish and shoot those guys on top of the hill, just kind of slowly wearing them down. And every time we moved out to do that, Arty would hit directly into our line and wipe out a ton of guys every single time. And then we would try to counter, like Dressel said here, the counter battery from the Rebs on us was apparently really effective, because we just were not getting any Arty shots in. It looked like we weren't hitting their Arty. We weren't hitting their units in the woods. We just weren't doing anything in their Arty. And that was a good 15 or so guys on Union Arty that weren't there for when we eventually would try to make some pushes that got shut down very quickly. So it was a really rough map for the Union. We tried things. They didn't work, either because left side we get ripped up and destroyed by the infantry, who were very disciplined, waited until we were on top of them to shoot. Good on you guys for that one as well, because that's a big mistake that Rebs usually do. They shoot early, and so we get in there with kind of fully loaded, like ready shots, and we only have to deal with cav really. but everybody held their shots until we were on top of them on that left, and that really hurt us. And on top of that, Reb Artie once again was hitting us on the left side as well as we were pushing, as we were forming up, as we were doing anything. So really, you guys made the game so not fun for us tonight, but I think that's just a compliment for you guys. So good job.
I do want to say, like, I don't think there was. I think there was only one place on the entire map that was safe from the rebel artillery this evening. It was behind the white barn on the left of our spawn. That's it. It's the only safe spot.
Yep.
And Red was gonna lose his effing mind if they hit him there. Great quote.
Dude, I was going to freak the fuck out if I got hit by Artie way back there. You have no idea.
So with that being said, on to the CSA sign. What was your strategy to defend the Nicodemus Hill, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Yeah, so we get, normally it's pretty bog standard for that map on Nicodemus. Everybody runs up to the right side of the map, and we hold that stone walls with your dear lives, and you have a little bit of a skirmish group off defending the cannons so they don't get charged, and the cannons do all the work, and if the Yanks come through the woods, you shoot them to shit. And it seemed clear that, well, we did the artillery, mopped them up pretty clearly. It was what we beat you guys 2-1 on casualties, which is just a testament to, I believe it was First Corps that had artillery on the CSA, but they really tore you guys up, and sometimes it made it not fun to just be sitting there shooting at rifles at dead bodies and people that were there 2 minutes ago. But that's about it, Hazard.
Yeah, no, we weren't leaving that top of the hill unless we had good damn reason to. Going down there to that barn, going down there to fight in the orchard. No, we ain't doing that. And it worked out. I mean, we were 100 tickets up even just from artillery and shooting from the top of the hill before Union decided to go cap. And just kept the discipline. Small unit, doesn't need to be a whole giant massive panic rush down there to point. Stay disciplined, stay up there on the hill, let them leave, come back. And then from there it just seemed like between our arty and winning the charges, Union could not put up a solid push again.
I do want to comment real quick that we did notice something, and this is with the more recent changes. LaBelle, mid-fight, as we had stacked up on the right side, like we already at this point had realized that artillery is fucking tearing us up. So we moved to try and eliminate the artillery. He went to go test the boundaries with it, and then came back and reported like there was just no way we could simply push the artillery simply because of the boundaries. We wouldn't be able to get close enough to really tear them up with the new out of bounds. And so that's what caused the rest of us to kind of shift out of there and just give up on even trying to push the guns, even though that the CSA lightly defended it in comparison to the right.
Yeah, the new boundaries for that right side for the Union really hamper our ability to effectively silence those guns, because the strat used to be take the right and do exactly like we talked about. We just send a group up the hill out of bounds for a moment, shoot Artie from kind of way closer, and then run back down where they'd be back in bounds. And you could do it well before you get killed out of bounds. But I think LaBelle Dressel, I think I heard him say it too, was you can't even get close to it now. You move up the hill just a little bit where the Artie is, and you're immediately out of bounds. And so by the time you get back, you're already dead.
Yeah. So I don't want to take away from the CSA tonight, but that really fucks the Union on that map. Like, it gives you no shot on eliminating the Confederate batteries, which just dominate the entire field, other than our own batteries, which were already shut down by their batteries.
To the credit of the Union artillery, their guys were landing shots. I counted at least 5 that landed right at my feet. None of them blew up.
Ineffective rounds.
They ricocheted. Fuses were screwed up. Something. but no, they were accurate. They were hitting where they were aiming.
So sad, man. So sad. That makes it worse. That makes it so much worse.
Well, as the group that was defending the artillery on that CSA left side, preventing the people from getting too far up the hill without being at least shot at a little bit. The artillery, it got so bad for the Union artillery, they simply just stopped shooting at the CSA artillery because they were just getting shot constantly. They just got hit and hit and hit.
Knight, were you the guy that tried to charge us out of the barn?
Oh, that was you?
I was the one that came in
Yeah.
behind you and stabbed you.
No, that was actually my lieutenant colonel.
Oh.
I shot you in the back.
No.
I will say though, I want to clarify. I don't blame the Union Arty for a loss on the second map. Quite the contrary. I know you guys were counter batteried to all shit. Everybody knew. We all know that you guys were getting shit on. Not like you were bad and getting shit on. More just they were shitting on us and they were shitting on you. It's just second map. No offense to the infantry. Already put in the fucking work, and that is the only time I hope I'll ever say that for a War of Rights event. But Artie definitely did put in a lot of the work on that second map, and I think that's it. They're a huge reason why the Rebs won so effectively, is because they just shut down everything the Union tried throwing at them.
Yeah, I definitely think the constraints on that map need to be led up to where the Union either have to be allowed to push further in the woods to the left or allowed to actually push the batteries on the right. Other than that, like, it's going to be really hard unless you just got crap gun crews.
Yeah,
True.
and to be fair, the Union has really shitty angles for Artie. They're always shooting uphill, and they're basically having to plonk a shot right on a square foot of ground, or it's ricocheting.
Yeah, exactly. And we were talking about that in game 2. That's kind of also the thing is, once again, not our Artie's fault. It's a shitty spot to be in for the Artie in general, but having effective Reb Artie, so effective, just really, really hurts the effort. So good job, everybody, though.
Yeah, we can't overlook Corded and his new barber shop with the gun shooting over our heads on the right.
Yeah, man. If that was Corded shooting, fucking dude, whoever was shooting at the barn, you guys hit some crazy shots that ripped up everybody in that barn and around that barn, like every time you shot. It was crazy. It was crazy.
There was actually a cycle of 3 different spawns. I died during the push to the barn from spawn, respawned on the flag at barn, died immediately again to artillery, respawned on the flag again, died immediately again, and just respawned on the flag, was able to move from the spawn, get a full load, stepped out to fire shot, died to artillery again. So it definitely was fun.
Yeah.
So, thank you for that. Star, any questions for the second round?
Yeah, I have a couple. They kind of work together here. So I touched on this briefly during the round itself, and someone mentioned it a little bit further back into the interview here. The utilization of the cavalry unit by the CSA. Now, I know it was my boys who were on the unit today, but they didn't use all the slots. The CSA team didn't use all the slots. Was that just intentional, or did you guys not notice, or what was the deal there?
I will say that the Angel, who was leading the second map, forgot to take officer slot after, I believe, I don't know if it was someone in HD, but someone took the officer slot at the beginning for first cav. And then we just kind of forgot about it until like halfway through the map. Same thing with the flag. But we just kind of knew that other people were going to take it, and we were fine with it until we needed someone to step in and, hey, can we borrow this? And everybody was very nice and saying, hey, do you need this slot? And they were like, yes, no, blah, blah, blah. So everybody was very giving and taking whether the slot was the 5th Virginia's, who it was assigned to, or whether it was someone else or whoever had it.
I'm just picturing the Confederate officers having a very cordial conversation over like tea and biscuits in the background, with the artillery just absolutely dominating the Union forces in the field.
And my second kind of portion of that question, Knight, is I know you weren't in command on the second map, but I hope you can give me some insight on this, because I saw typically the whole CSA team will go to the far right off the beginning. The 5th Virginia instead chose to go left to the straight fence and directly contest the enemy push, which we've seen before, and typically we see that the CSA, when they do that, they lose a lot of tickets and it costs their team in the end. Was that part of the game plan, or was that a split-second decision made by Angel?
That was a part of the game plan. We went in there saying, "Hey, we're gonna shoot and scoot." Originally, we were supposed to, once they got to the barn, after shooting and falling back and shooting and falling back, go around the artillery and link up with the right side of the map. But we just saw artillery plaster the people behind the barn, so we thought we might as well just plink them off, and get the stragglers, get those out of line tickets, get those skirmishing tickets, um, when we can, because it was just easy, and the only real threat that was contesting us was enemy artillery, and like I said, it shut up pretty quickly after like the first 5 minutes of the game.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, we when we pushed onto the right, we saw you guys come up onto the fence on our side, but we actively avoided kind of moving towards you, just because we didn't want to get distracted. And I think we as a team decided to just keep going to the barn because we're like, okay, let's get there and get a foothold first, and then deal with these guys. But then already happened. and already happened.
We were great distractions.
No, it was a sight to see overall. All the arty going down, and Corded's new strat. I'd be interested to see if more people start using that in the future, because I think that could be excellently utilized. And yeah, it was a fun round, fun couple of rounds, and well played by both sides, I will say.
Yeah. So, anyone got any other general comments for tonight?
For anyone who listens to this and watches the video, the Union team isn't bad. We just got outplayed by a bunch of cannons. That's all I will say. All the guys in the Union are great dudes, but Reb Arty just shut us the fuck up real quick.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see Sussy kick the shit out of us that were on CSA tonight again next time we play contention.
Yeah. I would. We have a
You
better
wait.
event tomorrow. I think it's gonna be tomorrow's gonna be my last event for a while, about a year. And I'll get right back
Damn.
into it.
Dang.
I think we will, because we're definitely not playing Nicodemus again.
Aww.
Yeah, fuck you, Knight.
Hey, I liked watching you guys explode. That was one of the best things I've done all week.
Yeah. So with that being said, again, thank you all for being in this post-game interview. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, share, subscribe for more. Go in the description, join our Discord, support us on Patreon, where you can get behind-the-scenes videos and videos before everyone else. Also be supporting the channel, helping us grow. Top of that, check out our merch. And yeah, with that being said, we'll see you in the next event. Have a good night, everyone.
59ny.org, 59ny.org.
Oh, no, don't
Not
do it.
org.
Don't do it.